We've gotten some great calls this hour, and we've got another one coming in from Kimberly in Asheville. Hey, Kimberly, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. What's going on?
So we're trying to figure out how to get the right kind of followers on Instagram and Facebook for our business. My husband and I have a wedding videography business, and we have a lot of not a lot, but we have followers, and they're all other vendors in the wedding industry, which is great, but we would like to have more brides. And so we've talked about making our Instagram more bride-friendly, like doing budgeting ideas and wedding dress ideas, but that's not our business. We're not wedding planners, so I don't want to lose our focus as videographers.
Totally. This is a great question. Tell me right now, what kind of content do y'all put out on social media for your account?
Right now, we're putting out just clips from videos that we've shot, like 10-second clips from when we shoot a wedding and we do a full video. We just have been posting clips from that.
Okay. So that's great. What that really is it's part entertainment because people can watch it, but it's also mostly marketing because it's highlighting what a good job you guys do, which is awesome. And we want to sprinkle that in. But the best thing that you can do in terms of your feed on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever you do, is to post something of value to the people that you want to follow you. So if brides are following you, then you're going to post things that brides are interested in. Now, I get this question a lot of what type of content do I post? Because, I have my core business, just like your question, which is videography. And that's that's the business I charge for. But what kind of content do I post around that? Well, here's the way that I describe it. If you were to imagine two circles that overlap, one circle would be, this is the, problem that you solve for your customers. So it's what they're interested in. They're interested in weddings. They're interested in things that are all things wedding planning. And the other circle is your area of expertise. Okay. So in your case, it's videography. Now those overlap in the fact that you serve them in your core business through your expertise of videography and their interest in having a wedding video. However, I believe that there's probably a lot of other things that fall in that overlap that you can talk about that you don't currently do through your core business. So let me give you an example. I'm just going to make stuff up, Kimberly. Okay, this may not be you, but you could take it or leave it. How to look good in your wedding photo, angles, ways to look natural on camera, types of foundation that work good on camera and types that make you look shiny. How to style your hair in a way that looks really great on camera and why it looks frizzy like you've possibly been electrocuted, right? Like you probably know things that you can teach people that would be of value to them, also within your expertise, but doesn't compete with your core business of doing wedding videography. And when you do that, what's so interesting is you will draw brides to follow you for your knowledge, your expertise. You set yourself up as an expert in this space. And then when they're ready to book their wedding and they're ready to book a wedding videographer, 100% they're going to think of you. That's the first person that's going to come to mind because you've added value. So the reason people follow you is simply because they're interested in one question. What's in it for me? What can you do for me? Why should I stop my rapid thumb scrolling to focus on your post? Well, because you're going to add value to my life in some way. It's the way that Gary Vaynerchuk describes it, jab, 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 right hook. A lot of business owners get it wrong where they just ask people, follow me, buy this, sign up, promotion, and so on. But what we need to do is give. We need to give value. And the analogy he uses is boxing. The jabs are gives, where you're giving value. You're teaching them something. You're answering a question. You're inspiring. You're educating them. You're giving them something. Jab, jab, jab. You're going to give 3 gives for every ask. And then the right hook is the ask. The right hook is the book me for your wedding. The right hook is the marketing promotional video of look how great we did last weekend. So I just want you to think about how you can give more to your followers and you'll begin to attract the right followers. It's almost like fishing. You cast out the right kind of bait, you'll attract the right kind of fish when you put out the right stuff. But your content needs to be stuff that adds value to their life. And you want to give 3 times as much as you ask of them. Give value, show them tips, tricks, behind the scenes, styling ideas. When you were using example of like wedding planning, you don't want to post stuff you don't know about, but if you know about it, go ahead and share it. It doesn't matter that it's not your core business. You're still establishing yourself as an expert in the wedding space. And when they need a wedding videographer, they're going to think of you. So that would be my best advice to you. That's also a great resource for you is that book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. Great book. If you follow Gary V, he has a ton of content and teaching on how to do that, on how to add value, because that's what your customers are interested in. What's in it for me?
Okay.
So you're going to answer that through your posts in your social media of adding value, what's in it for them. And then when it's time to make the ask, when it's time to book you, they're going to think of you. That's a great question, Kimberly, and I hope that helps.